Good morning, Sanibonani. My task this morning is very simple. It's actually just to introduce His Excellency, the Right Honorable Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Swaziland, Dr. Dlamini, and therefore I will not be long in my remarks, as the PS has said, that my role is just to introduce him. But Your Excellency, before I do that, let me just report to you that the Kingdom of Swaziland is having a great privilege in hosting this Sadc meetings. We started off with the Sadc senior officials meetings of energy and water, and the officials worked tirelessly over the weekend and had fruitful deliberations on Saturday and Sunday, and in preparation for this joint meeting of ministers responsible for energy and water. These meetings are happening strategically, as the director has said, ahead of the high-level energy investment workshop and forum, which is being convened at this very venue under the leadership of the chairman of Sadc, His Majesty King Swazi III. It is gratifying that the Sadc ministers responsible for energy and water honor the invitation to meet today to discuss the pertinent issues of development of energy and water sectors in the Sadc region. This clearly underscores the commitment by the Sadc member states to the growth and development of the Sadc region as a whole. Your Excellency and our guest of honor, the Sadc region has developed and approved several instruments that bind the member states and guide the sustainable development of the energy and the water sectors. For the energy sector, for example, the Sadc Protocol on Energy was developed and signed in 1996. It aims to promote harmonious development of national energy policies and matters of common interest for the balanced and equitable development of energy in the Sadc region. The principles of the protocol stress the importance of energy in supporting economic growth and development, poverty alleviation, as well as achieving self-reliance amongst the member states. Your Excellency, thereafter, instruments such as the Energy Cooperation Policy and Strategy, the Sadc Energy Action Plan, the Regional Energy Access Strategy and Action Plan were developed and are being implemented by the member states. Further, Your Excellency, the member states have prioritized several power generation, interconnector and transmission infrastructure projects under the Southern African Power Pool Plan. Under the water sector, Your Excellency, instruments that bind the member states is the revised Sadc Protocol on shared water courses, which facilitates how member states collaborate on water resource development. Currently, the sector is implementing the 4th Regional Strategy and Action Plan, which spans from 2016 to 2020. It has captured projects which are contained in the Regional Infrastructure Development Master Plan, which was approved by the Sadc Heads of States in the year 2003. The Regional Policy and Strategy of 2005 provides policy statements of intent in the management and development of water resources within the member states, and it has facilitated harmonization of water policies to realize good practices in the management of water resources. Honorable Ministers and delegates, mine is not to talk, but to introduce His Excellency, as I said at the beginning. We're really honored to have in our midst today His Excellency Dr. Dlamini, who is the Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Swaziland. He is the Kingdom's longest serving Prime Minister, having served 4 terms at the pleasure of His Majesty. This, Honorable Ministers, is very historic and in fact unique in that there is no Prime Minister that has served more than 1 term, let alone 4 in the Kingdom of Swaziland. Before that, His Excellency has served in several other responsibilities, including the Minister of Finance, because he is a chartered accountant by profession, and you would also be glad to know he's also a chemist and many other things. He's also a farmer as well. His Excellency has also been an executive director at the IMF and has served in other very important advisory positions within the Kingdom of Swaziland. So it is indeed a great honor, Excellency, for us to have you here. And His Excellency is very passionate about development issues, particularly the improvement of energy and the water infrastructure in the region, and in particular in rural Swaziland. Yesterday he was somewhere deep in the rural areas in Swaziland, and I hear he came with dust all over from head to toe, because he takes it and makes it his personal responsibility to see how the country is developing in all the areas, particularly in the rural areas. And he's very keen, therefore, in the decision making. He's very keen and interested in the decisions that will come out of this meeting, because he is about action and only action. Your Excellency, it is indeed my great honor to invite you now to address this meeting and give us direction on how we should go as the ministers responsible for water and excellency, for water and energy. Your Excellency, please.